Hey YouTube, I'm back this time with a Yankee SAS haul. I don't have much to chit chat about and this might take me a little bit, so I think I'll go ahead and get started. So before I get started, something you should know is that this is primarily votives and wax melts, or the tarts. So if that's not really your thing, hey, thanks for clicking anyway, but I guess I'll see you later. If you are still interested though, definitely keep on watching and I'll get started. So the very first thing that I picked up, and I'll start with the votives first, is I picked up 6 of the juicy watermelon. I think that while I don't find juicy watermelon especially authentic, it is really, as it kind of suggests, really juicy and candy-like, and for that reason I really love it. So I'm generally not a Yankee person, and the sad thing is I love their scents on cold, but I'm one of those people who just doesn't think that they throw, so to me it's kind of like, what's the point? But what I do with the votives usually is I chop them up and melt them, because I did that some in my classroom when I was still teaching in Kansas, and it worked out really well for me. So yeah, that's why I bought so many, and that's kind of my goal for all of these that I purchased. So again, 6 juicy watermelon. I really love this fragrance. Not especially authentic, but still really good. The next thing that I purchased is 3 votives. These are in red raspberry. This is also one of my favorite fragrances, and all these votives were 50 cents, so a pretty solid deal for the amount of wax I can get out of them. So, you know, just like the juicy watermelon, I don't find the red raspberry to be especially authentic. I think that a real raspberry is much more tart than that. However, like I said, I still love it. It still smells to me like raspberry candy, and for that reason, I enjoyed the fragrance. The next thing that I picked up is 2 votives. These are in French Countryside. I think this was new in spring of 2017. I am a floral person in addition to fruit. I'm really not bothered by florals at all, and I really love French Countryside. It's really, I don't know if I would call it unique per se, but I think it's pretty friendly to people who don't especially love florals. I mean, it's definitely still absolutely floral, but it's not really perfumey like a peony or a honeysuckle. And yeah, like I said, I love that fragrance. I'm really happy to have found it again. I've melted it in my classroom before, and I really look forward to melting it again. The next one that I picked up is just one. This is in vanilla lime. I've never tried this one before. However, I was kind of drawn to it because both of those fragrances I think are pretty good. So I was just kind of wondering if they'd be good together. Also, my favorite color is green, so I was kind of drawn to the wax itself. And even though I whine about the kind of skinny labels, I think this one is pretty nicely done. So that's it for vanilla lime. The next one that I picked up is also just one. This is the forbidden apple. I picked up a forbidden apple tart just kind of on a whim during the winter semi-annual sale between 2016 and 2017. I just picked up one, really loved it. I think it's a good blend of a green apple, but also some greenery, like maybe ivy or don't know. I'm not a greenery expert, but some kind of greenery. It's not just apple by itself. I really regretted only picking up one, so this is me picking up another. The next one that I picked up also is just one. This is one votive in Berrylicious. I really like Berrylicious. It's not my favorite ever from Yankee, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's also pretty universally pleasing. So while I think that you can enjoy this any time of year, I especially think it'd be good in fall, especially if you're not really like a pumpkin spice person like I'm not. So yeah, definitely looking forward to chunking this up and putting it into my warmer. The next 2 that I picked up are 2 of the same. This is Strawberry Lemon Ice. Strawberry Lemon Ice is one of the few fragrances from Yankee that I feel throws. So while it does throw, I'm still going to chop this up because really, like I mentioned, that's kind of my goal for all these votives. I think votives do okay by themselves if you just want the ambiance of a candle or a flickering flame. But if you want fragrance and you're not going to stand next to it the entire time, then yeah, probably chop it and melt it. The next one that I picked up, I think it was new from 2017, not quite sure, but I was a little surprised by this purchase. This purchase was the Sugared Pumpkin Swirl. Like I just mentioned, you guys know that I'm not a pumpkin person, I'm not a cinnamon person during fall. However, I picked this up thinking I'm not gonna like this, and then I did. So yeah, I think there's kind of like a caramel to it, but not one that's sickeningly sweet and really like unmanageable. So yeah, I kind of figured Carpe Diem. I actually kind of like this pumpkin fragrance, so I think I'll chop it and try it. So I don't know. If I decide that I like it, I might go back this fall if it comes back to pick up more, but we'll have to see how that goes. The next one I picked up is one of my favorites from Yankee, and surprisingly I only picked up one, but there are so many others that I liked. This is Bahama Breeze. It's just a very typical kind of like fruity tropical drink fragrance. I think it's fun for spring and summer, so I've had these before, and that's why I just chose to pick up one more. The next one, and I'm almost done with votives by the way, is 2 in Color Me Happy. I believe this is new for this spring and summer. I really like this. I find that it's, at least to me, maybe it's just the power of suggestion because it's yellow, but it smells like a banana kind of fruit floral medley. So I don't know if I'm just kind of like reaching and that's what I described it as, but to me it kind of smells like that. So yeah, it's just flowers on the front, but to me there's something kind of fruity about it too. So kind of like the French countryside, I think this one would also be pretty friendly to people who don't especially love florals. And 2 more fragrances in votives. I picked up 2 berry trifles because I always pick up berry trifle. It is one of my favorites. It has been for a long time. I think they market this as a winter fragrance, I guess, because there is a snowflake on the picture. However, I can enjoy berry trifle any time of year, and in fact I do. So whenever I would melt berry trifle in my classroom, it tended to be a favorite among my students because it was pretty kid-friendly, but also enjoyable for adults too. And then finally, the last 2 votives I picked up are 2 in Rainbow Cookie, also new for this year. I did not think that I would really like Rainbow Cookie, but to me, I think it, you know, it's pretty enjoyable. It smells like kind of fruity-ish, I guess, maybe. But I picked up actually quite a bit of vanilla or like a cream from this, and I really liked it. Plus, the color reminds me of those frosted animal cookies that are really delicious. And yeah, I just decided to pick up a few and take a chance and see how it goes. All right, so that's it for my votives. That was 24 of them. I got them all for 50 cents a piece. And so for just chopping and melting, I think that's really not a bad deal at all. I also picked up 4 tarts, and they are all in the same fragrance. They're all in Forbidden Apple. Like I mentioned, I picked up a tart in this quite a while ago. Regretted not picking up more, so here's me picking up more. I love them. And so that's the 4. And then finally, you know, kind of like I mentioned, I am not generally one to do Yankee hauls because while I do love Yankee fragrances on cold, like I mentioned, to me they just don't really throw, so I don't really see a point of spending the money on it. I'd rather go to like a discount store like TJ Maxx or Home Goods, buy some cute looking candle that doesn't throw also and just do that. However, there are a few fragrances that I'll make an exception for. So sometimes, like I mentioned, I'll make an exception for the strawberry lemon ice because sometimes for me that throws. Also the chocolate spoon cake, is that what it's called? I don't know. Whatever. There's like a chocolate cake one that to my students has actually been extremely divisive. And yeah, chocolate is definitely not everyone's thing, as I've been finding on Bath & Body Works videos too, but the chocolate one definitely throws for me too. So if you like chocolate candles, then that would probably be a good one from Yankee. But also there is one more that is my absolute love from Yankee that I will purchase in actual candles. I've burned them before. They do throw for me, not as well as the chocolate, but they still throw for me. And it is one of my favorites. It's a returning favorite, and it is blueberry. So I find that Berrylicious is more universally pleasing than blueberry itself. However, I still like blueberry. To me, there's definitely a nostalgia to this because when I was young, my mom used to burn the blueberry candle from Yankee leading up to Halloween. So in my mind, as odd as it sounds, this is a Halloween candle. And the notion of burning this any time besides the fall is like just wrong to me. Like, it seems like it could be a good fragrance year round, but yeah, this is to me, in my heart and in my soul, this is a fall fragrance. So I'm really looking forward to having these again. They only come around for semi-annual sale, so I definitely, absolutely snatch them up, and I'm happy to have them again. So like I said, it's one of those few Yankee fragrances that I will make an exception for, but when I see them, I am all about it. So that is it for my Yankee haul. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back for perhaps one more Bath & Body Works haul because I am about to make an online order. So in the meantime, don't forget, as always, to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at YellowBrickExpat, same way it's spelled here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.